Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Pokémon Violet. In the last episode, we faced off against the magical might of the bewitching beautician, aka Tulip, the psychic-type gym leader of Alphornatum, learning some of the tricks of the trade when it comes to the fashion industry, as well as earning ourselves our second-to-last gym badge of our journey. And with the final gym leader, Grusha, only just arm's reach away, our road to victory is slowly but surely upon us, with the Elite Four members Rika, Poppy, Hazel, and the almighty champion La Primerum of Paldea, Geeta, all preparing for their chance to finally test out our true strength firsthand. The only thing is, who is the missing Elite Four member we still have yet to meet, and what challenge awaits us once we finally reach Grusha's gym? Only time will indeed tell. So, with that being said, we are definitely finishing off our victory road today. Only thing is obviously it's not completely over because I don't know, obviously we still have to do the Elite Four themselves, but what I'm meaning is the 8 things that we need to do in order to, complete the missions for, obviously, Victory Road is indeed today. And if we do have enough time, usually after doing these gyms, we usually have a little bit extra time. I think we might actually end up doing one of the Path of Legends a little bit earlier, just because, like I said with Path of Legends before in previous episodes, they seem to be shorter, and we can easily mix them with a gym leader if we have enough time. So, honestly, depending on what we do, we might be getting into the False Dragon Titan today as well. But, first things first, is we need to worry more about Grusha. So, let's get this read out, and let's get ready for whatever we might be getting ourselves into when it comes to the Ice-type gym leader here. Glacido Gym, Victory Road, challenging the Glacido Gym Gym leader Grusha, aka the Sub-Zero Shredder. This Ice-type user, once a renowned snowboarder, was forced to retire from the sports due to a grievous injury. His formerly fiery passion now remains locked away beneath a thick, icy shell. And with that being said, pretty mysterious, just in general. That's all we really know about them. Apparently, an old snowboarder, and apparently, injury has, kind of dropped any kind of way of them ever getting back into it, which is definitely pretty unfortunate. Also, I like how there's a Gardevoir, just in general, just a bunch of Gardevoirs just showing up next to us, which is kind of interesting. But, with that being said, before we actually get into today's episode, this is actually obviously a couple days after I recorded the last one, because I actually got something pretty cool in between episodes. And if I can do it just right, and it's honestly kind of hard, but it's actually a, spooky, scary skeletons, jacket, which is actually cool, or also known specifically as Skeleton Dance, Silly Symphony. I actually found it while I was out on one of my trips, which was pretty cool. I thought I should show it. I don't usually, show off, clothes that I get, so honestly, I thought this was something I should show off just because I thought it was really cool. And honestly, I don't know if I'll ever were to ever see it again if I were to pass this up, so that's really why I wanted to definitely show it off to you guys. Technically, you guys can't really see it except for, maybe my right arm, but honestly, I just wanted to show it off at least once, just in case if you guys are ever curious about it. But, with that being said, we do need to make our way over to Grusha now that we're done with that part. Also, an Avalug's trying to chase us down, which is not gonna happen there, buddy. Definitely not gonna happen. Also, one thing I would like to note, there's actually a Pokemon in this route that I noticed in between episodes that we have actually never ran into before in any Pokemon game. So it's a new Pokemon, completely, and I actually wonder if we'll actually run into one. I don't know how rare they are, but they definitely seem a little interesting. I will say that. But that's if we do end up running into them on the way here. Honestly, one easy way to check if you're going to see a Pokemon is easily just by checking the map every now and then, because then you'll get kind of an idea of the Pokemon that you're going to find in that region that you're currently at. So it's honestly worth a shot whenever you have the chance to. And we keep running around these Saitons, but none of the Pokemon that I saw on the mini-map earlier, which is a little unfortunate, just because, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, these are definitely not showing up so far. And those are definitely not the ones I'm looking for. We'll probably run into it later at a different point, but I will mention it if we do run into it later. And, ooh, Snowscape. I'll definitely take another new move. Technically already had one, but definitely good to have it. It is a whole new move for this generation, so I definitely will say that. So, with the fact that we're dealing with an Ice-type gym leader, we're actually quite stacked against Grusha's team, no matter what she ends up having. Because the thing is Ice is weak to fighting, rock, steel, and fire. We have all 4 of those. So, yeah, I'm not really sure how Grusha's going to have any chance. And this was completely unintentional. This just ended up happening throughout the course of our adventure, which is actually kind of funny. But, honestly, let's get right into our challenge and see what our final gym actually holds for us, because obviously we're going to get a new interaction with just going into the gym. Looks like Nemona is going to be the one to say, or be our final gym welcome party, it seems like. Spooks. Hey, Nemona. Long time no see. It's finally time for your last gym rites. I heard from Rika. But I'm 0% worried about you. I know you got this. Even La Primera seems like she wants to keep an eye on you. Maybe I'll go find her so we can cheer on you together when you battle the gym leader. So go have a battle that's fruitful for you and for the crowd. Okay, good to hear. And she's already gone. Okay, we're basically already ready to go right into our challenge then. Okay, then I was not expecting that. I was expecting a little bit, some more, like, her being there for a little bit longer, but I guess we're allowed to just jump right in. Okay, cool. Welcome to the Glassadow Gym. Okay. Honestly, I have no clue what kind of challenge we're going to be getting ourselves into, but we definitely need to be ready. Let me register you as a challenger. Your name's Spooks, yes? Yep, it definitely is. But, yeah, let's definitely be honest here. With whatever Grusha's gonna have, she, definitely, that was completely on accident, but he definitely is gonna have something that is definitely gonna be the strongest out of all the gyms, just because of the fact that it is the highest level gym in the region. So, yeah, definitely gonna need to be careful. But what could possibly be the final Pokemon that's going to be terrestrialized? That's what I'm really wondering, because every gym leader has had a Pokemon from a different region as their final Pokemon that they turn into their typing. So, honestly, it's definitely a toss-up for whatever Grusha's final Pokemon may honestly be. But, honestly, let's see what this challenge is first, because that's definitely more of a thing that we need to be worrying about, isn't it? But let's see here. Great. Now in order to face the gym leader, Grusha, you'll first need to pass the gym test. Here at the Glassadow Gym, that means doing the snow-sloped run. Oh, we're actually going to be doing some snowboarding. Okay then, interesting. Ride a Pokemon down the designated course, and try to reach the goal within the time limits. Oh, okay, so we get to ride on Miraidon. Sounds like a good old, fun time, and we should be used to it by now. To start your test, just head out the gym, and go on the slope to your left. We'll fill you in on the details there. Now get out there and have some fun. Okay, sounds like it should be quite easy, based on the fact that, we've literally been so used to using Miraidon throughout this entire adventure, so I don't see how this could be anything too challenging. But honestly, it's definitely whatever, we'll find out definitely more about it later once we finally begin it. Because it sounds easy on pen and paper, but maybe it's actually a lot harder than it seems. Try the snow slope run. Yes, we're definitely ready. Hey there, I've been waiting for you. This is where the snow slope run starts. Okay. Your task is to ride a Pokemon all the way down this course. It's like a slippery, slidey nature trail. Reach this finish line within the target time, and you'll have passed the test. Okay, just get to the finish line? Sounds easy enough. So ready to attempt the gym test by taking on the snow slope run? I'm ready to go. Could you explain again? I'm ready to go, I think. So just get to the goal. Okay, let's get this test started then. Enjoy the Winter Wonderlands on your way down. Okay. Well, easier said than done, but honestly, I played a lot of Mario and Sonic and Olympic Games games, so honestly, I don't know, I should be able to do at least a little bit of this if I've done it in another game. Gym test, take on the snow slope run. Okay, well, it looks like we obviously want to go through the goals while making our way down. Okay, seems easy. We have a whole minute and 30 seconds. That shouldn't take us that long. Okay, we can't use the speed boost in Miraidon, so noted. But let's definitely keep an eye on the obvious goals that we want to be making our way through, and make sure we're prepared to turn on a dime if we need to, because I don't know what happens if we don't go through these. So let's be safe and honestly make sure we're actually going through these, because I don't know, some of these games, if you don't go through their like little goal systems, you get penalized very, very hard. And I think we're already done. Okay then, well, we had a whole minute and 30 seconds, and we did it basically, well, 37 seconds. Gym test, take on the snow slope run. You passed. Well, that was the easiest gym challenge in my entire game. Oh, okay then. I thought that was going to be much harder, but apparently, nope. But it was actually pretty interesting. I will say that. Congratulations on completing the run. That was some of the best sliding I've ever seen. Almost like seeing Grusha in its prime again. Oh, you obviously passed the gym test with flying colors. Go let the receptionist know. Okay. Well, that was definitely easy. But cool. I'll definitely say that. Also, there's Grusha's little battlefield. We already found it. Honestly, that being said, I guess we just go tell them we're ready, and we get to go fight off with Grusha already. Which is, honestly, I was not expecting a gym fight, like, right away. Okay then, so good thing I planned to maybe to our false dragon titan, because we're basically on top of maybe getting to do that today too. Technically so based on what the levels are from, obviously, from what I told you guys, now there's actually a way for us to know for sure where to go next. Technically, we're supposed to do Ortega next. But the thing is, well, the Team Star stuff can take up a whole episode on its own, just based on everything we've seen with every other Team Star member. So, obviously, we won't be able to fit this into today's episode if we do a gym leader. So I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna do something that's probably a little bit higher than our normal level. I believe it's level 55 is the recommendation of doing this, and this is like level 50, and we're like level 48, so yeah, definitely going to be doing something a little bit out of our range, but you never know, maybe we'll be able to do it. There's no reason that we can't do it, so honestly, we can at least try. But let's definitely say we're ready to take on Grusha, and let's do this. So, here we go. Great show of the slopes, Spooks. You finished the snow slope run, no problem. And you know what that means. You've cleared the gym test. Way to go. You've now earned the right to challenge a gym leader. Best of luck to ya. Okay, we're definitely gonna need it. Do you want to face off against the Sub-Zero Shredder himself, Gym Leader Grusha? I believe so. Let's do it. Very well. Allow me to show you to the battle court. Okay, here we go. Good old Grusha. The Ice-type Gym Leader of Glacido. Or Glacido Mountain, specifically. But here we go, honestly. Our final Gym Leader. And we're already here, which is actually... Oh, a Saitan. Okay, cool. So, that definitely confirms that Grusha has a Terra Whale, which is interesting. Okay, hello. Well, nice to meet you, buddy. We've caught one of you before, so it's definitely nice to see ya. But here we go, our Sub-Zero Shredder. There you are. It's freezing. Hello. I take you're a challenger. I think so. But, nice to meet you. My name's Crusher. I'm a snowboarder. I used to be pro, actually. Now I'm a gym leader. I saw you on the slopes, your skills, yes. They were pretty cool. But don't let that go to your head. Okay. Interesting. Winter mountains are dangerous. They can throw your life right off course easy as that. Yeah, definitely snowboarding's not the safest thing. I'll be completely honest about that one. Just because, yeah, getting hit by an avalanche is not the funnest thing in the world. Or falling off a cliff, or, you know, flying off your snowboard. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of bad things that can happen in snowboarding, but honestly, that is one of the things that gets people to get into is the thrills of it, so honestly, I can't really fault you for getting into it. Same thing with Pokemon battles, really. It's always the most dangerous when you're just searching to get the hang of things. Today's not a great day to face me. You know you're better off giving up. You sure you want to battle me? You bet. I'm not sure now. Honestly, you bet. I'm honestly ready. You're our final gym leader, so there's no reason we're back. No reason or way we're gonna back out now. Still trying to act cool. That's too bad. Well, this is my job now, so don't take what I'm about to do personally. Okay, that's a little foreboding. But honestly, kinda confused that you have a pre-evolution Pokemon on your team. Get ready to feel the icy bite of reality. Okay. So here we go. Okay, Grusha, nice to meet you. You're challenged by Gym Leader Grusha. Okay, Grusha, you have a Frostmoth. Ooh, we used one of those in Sword and Shield. Okay, I know what that is. That's a bug ice type. Don't say I didn't warn you. Not my fault if you get overwhelmed. Okay, well, I'm definitely not going to get overwhelmed by a Pokemon I understand. So, sorry, Frostmoth, but you are getting brick-breaked into next week. Oh, actually, we didn't. Interesting. Well, because of the bug typing, I think I understand it, but it's kind of interesting that that completely didn't go through the way that I thought it would. But Tailwind is really got frozen on the first blizzard. Are you joking me? Wow. Okay, then. Now that's very interesting. So, well, I didn't mean to try to escape there. Okay. I am a little rusty, but the thing is that was just because I held down the down button a little harder than I was realizing I was. But I'm just going to full restore that because getting instantly frozen is not the best thing in the world. Because we literally can't do anything with frozen status. I'm just going to be honest there. And there we go. That's how a blizzard should react, which is nice. Thankfully, the second one missed. And now we actually have a fair fight here as long as we don't get instantly frozen again. There we go. I was gonna say, normally I would think like after the second one, then we would get frozen and it would make sense. But we got completely smacked around just because of that first one. Okay, so Frostmoth and Beartic. Okay, two easy Pokemon. Obviously, fighting type is still good here. But Beartic, pure ice type. And definitely not a Pokemon from this region, which is interesting. So two Pokemon not from the region, which is very weird for a gym leader in this game. But here we go, Titan. Okay, so we already know what this guy is. But it might... Oh, no, this is... Okay, this is the evolution. So, obviously she had a Titan, but now she has a Titan, which is the, obviously, fully evolved version of Titan, which this Pokemon specifically was actually shown, but Titan itself wasn't. So, honestly, pretty cool. Okay, interesting. Well, thing is I'm actually not sure what the typing of this thing was. I don't actually remember. I believe they did show it in the trailers back when this thing was first announced, but obviously it's an ice type, but Ice Spinner. Okay, that's a new move. They look like a Beyblade. But, okay, interesting. Based on the fact that that's spinned, I'm guessing that gets rid of hazards on the ground? It could be that way, but I'm honestly not sure. Okay, an Altaria, okay. Now that is definitely the Pokemon we're needing to worry about. So that's interesting. Huh. I did not expect to see a Pokemon we used in the previous series as a gym leader's final Pokemon. Now that's actually pretty cool. Huh. So Diamond and Pearl is definitely making its way back into this game, at least for us, which is actually pretty cool. So thing is Altaria is definitely going to be pure ice once terrestrialization takes place. So I'm gonna say, let's play it safe, and let's go into Grim here, I think. Or maybe, I'm thinking about this one. I'm trying to think of what would be the safest option. Thing is Altaria is gonna have Dragon-type moves. It's gonna have Flying-type moves. It may have Ice-type moves. So we want to play it safe where we know we're dealing with the right things. Altaria is a special attacker, for the most part. You can use physical moves. So Mars wouldn't be the smartest case. So we want to use something more specially defensive in this case scenario. And the thing is there's a couple choices, but I think in this case it might be best for Sylvia in this case, because Sylvia has full health, so Donald's obviously not going to be able to terrestrialize, so it's honestly safer to just go into Sylvia here, and go straight into terrestrialization. You'll not just talk, I see, but you're still one full step from the steep cliff. Okay, well here we go. Altaria. We have Mold Breaker. We also block Altaria's vision of us. But here we go. We're definitely terrestrializing. We should go straight into the Gigaton Hammer, which I was able to throw in some PowerPoint ups, which is definitely good since now we have 2 more chances we can use it. But let's definitely go into terrestrialization to prepare for this Ice-type Altaria, which is definitely not a typing you normally think of with Altaria, because Altaria is 4 times weak against Ice. Battles are like mountains in winter, the situation can change in a heartbeat. True. Definitely true, but here we go. Ice-type Altaria, normally the thing that it's always 100% weak to, but here we go. So now it's officially the typing that it's normally, completely weak against. So, Gigaton Hammer, I hope you like giant hammers from the heavens, because we're going to be giving you Thor's Hammer. And down goes Altaria. It's already there, Gresha, but you're gonna have to try harder than a Pokemon that I know fully, like, the back of my hand, because we literally just used that Pokemon in the last series that we did for Diamond and Pearl, so sorry, but it was honestly nice to see it again. Just gonna be honest. You melted straight through my ice. Yep, and we completely destroyed you. Sorry, that happened with Volkner too, didn't it? Which is kind of funny. So, Gresha and Volkner, 8th gym leaders, kind of completely destroyed back-to-back in both our adventures, in our most recent Pokemon adventures. I wonder if that's going to be a theme from now on. That'd be kind of funny. But, sorry Gresha, but we had to give you the Volkner treatment, I guess. That burning passion you have, you'll strive for the future, no matter what challenges you face. Just like how I used to be. Never mind. I should give you your gym badge, right? Yes please, if you give it to me. You want a photo together to commemorate your win. That would also be nice. Come on, that's so uncool. I don't usually do that sort of thing, but... Okay, fine. Special occasion just for you. Thanks, Gresha. Okay, cool. We got our final picture, and we also got, obviously, our Ice-type Gym Leader badge. Glacido Gym defeated. Victory Road has now been officially finished, because that's 8 of 8. So, now I guess we just prepare for the, obviously the Challenger, or just Challenge in general for the Elite Four. But the thing is we still have the rest of Starfall Street, and Path of Legends to finish. So what happens then? Because I'm still confused on how that's gonna go. Just because Victory Road is something you do in every game. So how is Path of Legends gonna end? And how is Starfall Street gonna end, since they're separate from Victory Road? That is definitely a good question. But let's continue, because we're definitely preparing for sure for whatever is gonna happen now that Victory Road is done. With each gym badges, you should be able to catch Pokemon of any level. They'll also listen to every word you say, whether it's cool or not. Okay, cool. So now we can use any type of Pokemon we want, which is also really good to hear. Ooh, and before I forget, you should take this too. Take what exactly? Oh, the move shot that Grusha used. Okay, cool. You obtain TM 124 Ice Spinner. You put it in your TM pockets. What does it do? Is it what I thought it was? User covers its feet in thin ice and twirls around like a Beyblade, slamming into targets. This move's spinning motion also destroys the terrain. Oh, okay. So, instead of, the one that gets rid of, any kind of, like, ground-based abilities like Toxic Spikes or Stone Edge and stuff like that, or, no, wait, Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks, the little attacks that just do damage, I forgot what the move was, and then Toxic Spikes. Okay, cool. So interesting. So this one specifically for terrain like Seed Sower's ability makes grassy terrain. Interesting, okay. So now there's a way to force terrain off the field if you don't want to deal with it. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, I'll definitely think about it. I don't think we can use it, but it would be funny to use the Beyblade ability at least once. I'll definitely say that. But let's continue. Should be a lot more useful than some city photo of you and me. Feel free to stop by again if you don't mind the cold that is. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely think about it. I like how Grusha had a Titan, but actually didn't use it, but used its final evolution, which is pretty cool. I don't know if that is the final evolution, actually. I should say it like that. But, oh, okay, Nemona and Greta here were definitely waiting for us. But, yeah, I'm not sure if Sight Titan is the final evolution. I would think it would be, because that definitely looks like a final evolution Pokemon. But, definitely an interesting one, though. Just because of the, spikes all over its face. But let's continue, though. Spooks, Quaxly, you did it. I'm so happy for you. This is the best. I know I said I wasn't worried, but my heart was still pounding the whole time. Most impressive, Spooks. A shining display of talent, I must admit. Oh, good to hear. Seriously? Pat yourself on the back. You beat every single gym in Paldea. Well, it definitely took us quite a bit of time, I will say that. But it was fun, definitely. Which means... indeed. Now that you've gathered 8 gym badges, all that's left is to take on the Pokemon League. If you hope to stand alongside Nemona as a fellow champion, head to the Pokemon League, and that is where you can take on the champion assessment. Okay, and that's basically, technically right next to the school. I'll show it to you guys on the map, because I was supposed to do that earlier in a previous episode, and then I forgot about it. But honestly, it didn't really matter, because we couldn't go there before anyways. But we're definitely able to do that now. Definitely won't be doing it today, obviously. We'll be saving this for later. But we're definitely finally seeing what the actual building looks like now. Because I don't think we can actually get to it, because I believe it's on a mountain somewhere, and we don't have any way of getting up there at the current moment. Maybe once we finally get the whatever final abilities of Miraidon will be, maybe, but yeah, definitely, now that we actually, know what it looks like, now we know what we're looking for, which is good. Yeah, hurry up and get to my rank. I'm itching for a battle of equals. I've gotta take the time while you're facing the Pokemon League to fine-tune my Pokemon's moves and revamp all my tactics. Okay, well, good to know. Well, good luck, Spooks. And wish me luck, too. Well, obviously. We'll see you later, Nemona. It's unusual for me to see her so excited, though perhaps not for you. She must really be happy that she finally has a friend who can keep pace with her own talents. There's a special kind of strength that can only be reached by competing with a good rival. Okay. Well, obviously, we were a rival since the beginning, but friendly rivals, not like Gary and Ash, or Blue and Red, because they're both technically different characters, which is still weird in my honest opinion, but honestly it makes more sense once you actually see what Red actually looks like and what Blue actually looks like in their, art, current art style. So they're definitely different characters, but they look very similar back when, the original games were around. But definitely, yeah, I will say this, definitely on the friendly rival side, but we're definitely seeing Nemona get stronger and stronger over the course of the adventure, though, and she's definitely starting to amp up, especially with the fact that Skeledirge has the ability to raise its special attack and completely start steamrolling if we give it a chance. So we do need to be careful around Nemona, for sure. But what will your final team look like? That's what I'm really concerned about. Because once it's fully realized, that's when things are definitely going to be more scary when it comes to her team. But for the time being, it's still kind of scary just because of the Torch Song ability, in my honest opinion. Or move, I should say, because ability technically is a completely different thing, but definitely for sure we need to be careful. But honestly, it's been fun nonetheless. But let's continue. Count me among those eager to see how far you two can go. Okay, well, I'll count on you on that one. In any case, I'll be waiting for you at the Pokemon League, northwest of Messagoza. Okay, we'll see you as soon as we can. But, with that being said, Challenge the Pokemon League has now been unlocked. So let's go show you guys where that is. Doesn't show it on this map. But if we go down here, flip it over here, and there it is. This is where the Pokemon League is. And you can easily see it from, obviously, on the normal map, because this isn't, blocked out or anything. So you can easily see this Pokemon Center from the very beginning of the game. But, yeah, apparently it's that close to Uva Academy. You just go up from there. It looks like it might be tied to some kind of cave, based on that area right there. So maybe we can walk up there. I'm not sure. I feel like you have to use some kind of Miraidon ability, but I never actually tried climbing up there, to be completely honest. So, definitely interesting. But, with that being said, I did promise you guys, if we were, still good on time, we would be getting into the good old Path of Legends for the final one of our adventure. So, Path of Legends, Cassiopeia Lake, the search of the False Dragon Titan. The False Dragon Titan, information not verified. A highly dangerous Pokemon said to lurk in Cassiopeia Lake, luring other creatures close and then feeding on them. Appearance unknown, but mouth likely large. Use extreme caution. Okay. Well, good information to know. So let's go over to Glacido Grasp and prepare for... Oh, can't call for... Oh, we're inside a building. Forgot that we were even in there, to be honest. Because I was like, okay, let's get on out of here. Honestly, technically you could fly inside a building. You hit it and then your character leaves the building and then flies off, but honestly, it doesn't really bother me. I was just saying technically you could, if you really wanted to. But let's make our way to Glacido Grasp and go and figure out what this False Dragon Titan is. So, what would make it a False Dragon if it's a Dragon type? That is definitely the real question. Also, while we're here, let's see if we see what I was looking for earlier. Doesn't look like it's still not appearing on my map. or mini-map, as I should say, which is interesting. So it seems like it's a decently, hard to find Pokemon. Also, Metronome? Huh. Okay then, that's an interesting, TM. Definitely for sure. Okay, but now we need to make our way down to the bottom of here. I guess we'll just jump off, since that's honestly the easiest way to, get to Cassiopeia Lake. Or Roya Lake, as I should say. And honestly, what kind of Pokemon do we need to be worrying about here is the real question. And also a Scyther and a Gulpin right next to each other is honestly an interesting thing. Hello, you are interesting. You are definitely a new Pokemon, and you're huge. Don't think you're the Titan, but you are definitely a huge Pokemon. Okay, well you're definitely a giant catfish. Huh. Honestly, I like you a little bit more than Wishcash. I'm gonna be honest, just because that feels more like a catfish to me than, Wishcash. Although I like Wishcash, because, he's from the very first Pokemon game I ever played. But, definitely interesting. So, Dondozo, a new Pokemon for sure. So, hello buddy, nice to meet you. Well, you're definitely a water type, but let's go Liquidation here, because you're higher level than me. And, well, it didn't really do much, but it was definitely technically worth it. Because we want to do a little bit of damage here. Okay, it's going Rain Dance. Technically good for us, just because of the fact that, well, water is going to increase our damage output. So let's just go Liquidation again here, just because it might give us enough to at least get it into yellow. Nope, not enough. I was hoping it would be, but sadly it wasn't. We are going to get Body Slammed, though. For a decent amount of damage. Let's go Liquidation once more, and it should be perfectly fine, because it's honestly going to get us to yellow, which is exactly where we need this Dondozo to be. Huge Pokemon, though. It really is huge. Like, look at that. That thing is terrifyingly huge. Honestly, I like it, though. I will definitely say that. Can we go for a Dive Ball here? Probably worth it. Let's try it. I'll see why not. It would be a pretty cool Pokemon to catch this thing into, just because, it is a giant catfish, giant water Pokemon, but nope, no Dive Ball for us, at least we tried, right? And it did miss as well, because it tried to do something it obviously couldn't do, but definitely good for us, because we didn't get knocked out there. Hey, as long as, good old, Quaxly can stay on the field a little bit longer, / Donald, definitely better for us. Order Up. Okay. Don't know what Order Up is, but obviously it hit us with its tail. So, interesting. Okay, well the rain stopped. Choose another Pokemon, obviously. We're not gonna just go down like that. But let's definitely try and catch this thing, just because new Pokemon, we always catch new Pokemon. So, literally no reason not to, right? So, obviously we're gonna, catch a couple Pokemon if we see them. And honestly, quite curious what we're going to find out about this thing. And there we go, we finally got it too. So Dondozo has finally been caught. Honestly, it's been waiting to show up, it seems, because honestly, this seems like a late game Pokemon just based on the fact of it finally showing up. But here we go, Bitter Blade. The user focuses its bitter feelings towards the world of the living into a slashing attack. The user's HP is restored by up to half the damage taken by the targets. Oh my goodness. Okay then, it's Lifesteal with 90 power. Like Leech Life, but with 10 extra power. Which Leech Life was actually buffed to be 80. So, or no, wait, it's 60. It was buffed 100%. Yeah, but, okay then, I'll take that. That is insanely good, and this is insanely good just in general based on the fact that, well, this is 100% Cerulege's special ability, like move, that only it can use. Because I have never seen this move before. So I'll definitely take that. Let's get rid of Flame Charge. We finally got something to finally get rid of that. And honestly, I'll take it. So Bitter Blade, you're definitely a welcome change here, because Flame Charge, although the extra speed is nice every now and then, doesn't really help us just because it's 50 base power. And honestly, could have had something much better by now if we ever found the TM that would be able to replace it. But here we go. Dondozo, the big catfish Pokemon, pure water type. 39.4. Jeez, that's a huge Pokemon. In weight, 485 pounds. It treats Tatsugiri like its boss and follows it loyally. Though powerful, Dondozo is apparently not very smart. Okay, so it's talking about a whole different Pokemon here, which is also a new one. Tatsugiri. Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye out for Tatsugiri, just because that's 100% another new Pokemon we should definitely find. So, would Tatsugiri be in the same lake as the Donzo here, since they're obviously connected? Not sure, but we did get its whiskers. So let's make our way towards our, that thing's terrifying when it comes up out of the water. But here we go. Should be Arven again, based on our previous interactions with these calls.
Hey there, Spooks. So rumor has it the false dragon titan lurks somewhere in this lake, yeah?
Apparently so.
But not a single person's ever caught a glimpse of it. Must be some kind of truly terrifying beast. But how are we supposed to search for a thing when we don't even know what it looks like?
True. That is fair.
Sure would be handy if it just ran around crying I'm a titan or something, if only, right?
True. Okay. Well, we do have a marker for where it's possibly located. Let's be careful around the Veluzas there, because they actually move at the speed of light, if we actually let them. So let's try and be careful around them. But it should be over in the middle here, based on... Yep, here's our marker. Okay, so we found the island that we need to be at. Don't see any titans. Oh, hello. What are you? Suton. Hello, buddy. Sushi. Okay. Sushi. Oh. Actually, yeah, he does look like a little piece of sushi. Okay, then. Oh, and this is Tatsugiri. Okay, so this is the Pokemon that Dondozo treats like its boss. Interesting. Hello. You're an interesting little guy. Don't know what kind of Pokemon typing you would be, but obviously I would think you would be water type of some sort. So, let's go rock slide and just see what we can do here. Obviously we might get, a big bit of damage to ourselves. Wow, okay, there's a ground type move for us. Was not prepared for that one. But we did get a rock slide in, and we did do a decent amount of damage to actually, be able to do what we need to do. So, let's throw out the Dust Ball, since that's technically better than the Ultra Ball at this current time, since it is nighttime in-game. And there we go, we got ourselves a Tatsugiri. So 2 new Pokemon, Tatsugiri and Dondozo, apparently both linked to each other, which is interesting. Wonder if the Pokedex entry will go any further about that. And also the curly form of this. Okay, Tatsugiri Mimicry Pokemon, Dragon Water. Ooh, okay. Dragon Water. I was not expecting a Dragon type out of this. Tatsugiri is an extremely cunning Pokemon. It feigns weakness to lure and prey, then orders its partner to attack. And its partner being Dondozo. Okay. 1 foot and tall. 17.6 pounds. Okay. Interesting combo there. So I'm guessing these are double battle Pokemon, maybe? Based on the fact that they're very linked to each other inside their Pokedex entries. And it seems like that might be the only evolution for them. Huh, so they're both single-stage evolutions, maybe. There's a way to check, for sure, with the Tatsugiri. If we go here... Okay, yeah, definitely. Okay, so that confirms that. So Tatsugiri doesn't evolve, and Dondozo doesn't evolve. And also, wait a minute. That's another Donphan, isn't it? Huh. That's weird. And that's very strange looking. Have no idea what that is. But I like that you can actually look at, other Pokedexes. Ooh. Okay, that's definitely Delibird. I can tell you that one. 100%. I know a Delibird when I see one. Huh. That's interesting, though. Because obviously we did a whole series with Delibird on our team for the Crown Tundra. So obviously I'm going to know what that is. I wonder what the other ones we see. Okay, I'm guessing maybe pseudo-legendary? I'm not too sure on that one. And, okay, then that's also interesting looking. I'm gonna stop looking at those just because, honestly, we're more focused on something else right now. But let's see here. Not really seeing a Titan in this location, but we will take a look at the island here, just in case, while also keeping an eye on the water. And that's another trainer. Okay, so far I don't really see anything, just a bunch of Tatsugiri out of water, and technically not even attacking us from walking over them. So they're here for a reason. Okay. And, oh, hello. Titan. Hello, buddy, you're a lot obviously huger than the other ones. I Titan. Okay, I Titan indeed. Oh, and okay, that must be our false dragon Titan. But Dondozo isn't a dragon type, so I guess that would make sense why it's called the false dragon, but it ate a Tatsugiri. That was obviously quite huge, but this thing's also huge, so I'm guessing both of them are the Titan then. Huh. Okay then. Interesting. Well, we might be faster than Dondozo. No, we're not. Well, that confirms that one. Okay, well, Dondozo took a free Rocky helmet, which is good for us, so sorry Mars, you had to go down there. But at least you got a little bit of a chance of doing a little bit of damage there. So, because we do know that Dondozo specifically is a water type, pure water type, let's go straight into Arboliva here, just because obviously grass type is definitely going to be perfectly good here. So Ryuji, we're nice and ready because we need an energy ball here to take down this Dondozo before it starts getting ready to do whatever kind of craziness it might try. Also, I finally figured out what the grassy terrain does, and apparently it actually strengthens grass type moves while also healing anything that's touching the ground. So if you're touching the ground, you'll get heal for free. But if you're not touching the ground, you won't get that healing. Okay, let's follow the false dragon Titan, or Dondozo here, and see where it's trying to lead us towards. Because obviously it's going to lead us towards our Herba Mystica, but the thing is, honestly, it seems like it's easier said than done for the time being. Just because, let's be honest here, we don't know what's going to happen once we finally get our final one. But it disappeared into the water quite deep, in fact. I don't see it anymore. Oh. Okay, I thought that was the one from earlier that got eaten. But, definitely, before we go any closer to where we need to go. Also, I got a couple EXP candies for later. But the thing is I think we should definitely heal here before we go straight into another fight here, because we're obviously going to have to fight off of that thing again once it finally gets to that Herba Mystica. Then it's seemingly going towards, because obviously with every single Titan we fought off with so far, has obviously, ran off towards the Herba Mystica after we beat up the Pokemon quite a little bit. So, let's definitely prepare. And I'm going to say, let's go into Ryuji as our starter, because we obviously need to prepare for Dondozo again. And we know it's obviously a water type, so let's be careful, just in case, because you never know. But where's Dondozo? Oh, there it is. And, well, we definitely found where we needed to go. So thankfully, thanks for opening up that little cave for us, buddy. Oh, and there goes the Tatsugiri. Huh. Interesting. So the Tatsugiri is going to eat the Herba Mystica then. Unless it's picking it up for it. Huh. Okay then.
Spooks, did you find the Titan?
I think so. Honestly, I think it's both of them at this point. Just because obviously both of them are huge compared to their normal counterparts.
So that's it. Sure is one big, dragon. Wait, is that thing even a dragon? Or is it a fish?
It's catfish, buddy. Let's be honest there. Honestly, not sure how this is gonna go. But here we go. Dondozo is definitely gonna be supercharged now, though.
That little sushi guy got eaten up by the Titan.
Yep, he did.
Yeesh. Didn't expect to see the food chain in action today.
Honestly, same. But I actually kind of like it, though. So, Tatsugiri gets eaten by the Dondozo, and then obviously powers itself up. That's pretty cool. But let's let's definitely go straight into an energy ball here.
Food chain's got me pretty fascinated. I'm gonna dig in and make a meal out of this battle.
What, are you gonna cook up Dondozo? Oh, hey! He's got his school band evolved now. That's actually pretty cool. His very first Pokemon we first, fought off with him against is actually a Greedent now. Huh, that's pretty cool. I actually like how he actually still has that Pokemon, but we're still doing good against Dondozo here. Technically, this is a level 55 recommendation battle, and we're doing still pretty good. So, honestly, down goes the Titan, I think. Just because I'm still not sure if we're really done here, just because of the other Pokemon that obviously ate, unless both went down, because I really don't understand that ability. But it's interesting.
We did it, Spooks.
I guess so.
Now that the Titan's taken care of, next up on the menu is that Herba Mystica.
Well, I heard a Pokemon noise.
Whoa, that little sushi guy escaped. Now becoming that thing's lunch.
I guess so. Ta-ta, Titan.
What? Does that thing want to fight too?
Seems like it. So here we go. So, obviously both of them were the Titan there. Felt like that was the case by the fact that it was saying Titan. So, good thing we know that though. And because we are a Dragon-type Terrestrialization, this is actually perfect for us. So let's go straight into our Terra Blast, then turns into a Dragon-type move that affects whatever weakness that this thing has lessened. So let's definitely go straight into it and see what we can do with this newfound strength with the Terra Blast, just because, honestly, this Terra Blast is pretty cool if we can, actually, use the typing that we're turning into. So now that we're actually doing Dragon-type moves with Ryuji, honestly, I quite like this Dragon typing that we've taken up, just because we didn't have it before. So it's definitely coming in handy, for sure. I just kind of hope that Arven doesn't knock himself out with his takedowns there, because he will definitely do it, I think, if we're not careful. Thankfully, Tatsugiri didn't go for a free, smackdown on us, which is good, and because Greedent could have easily got hit there again, and probably went down, but it went for a taunt instead. So it's giving us a little bit of a freebie, but it's going for Icy Wind. Okay, well that's not good, just because we're a Dragon type now. Technically, normally that wouldn't be good for us because of our Grass typing, but we'll take the Seed Sower. Technically, we're not using Grass type moves at the moment, but Terra Blast is still going to be doing pretty good here. Although we might be healing Tatsugiri, and I don't like the idea of that. But I think, yep, Arven definitely got it. So down goes Tatsugiri with good old Greedent. Might actually... Nope, it survived. Huh, I'm quite surprised about that one. Down goes Tatsugiri and Dondozo, and although it says you defeated Titan Tatsugiri, I'm gonna say you defeated the Titan Tatsugiri and Dondozo. And down goes that combination. Deadly combination, I'm definitely sure on that one. But level 49, and down goes our Titan. And here we go, our final Herba Mystica is now finally in our grasp. We just gotta go find it in that cave, and hope it's still there, obviously. We still have yet to have a point where, obviously, the Herba Mystica wasn't in the cave. So, honestly, I'm still worried that we might not find it. But maybe we don't have to worry about that, maybe. But here we go. Let's get ready for our final one, which I believe would be spicy, based on all the other tastes that we've seen. But here we go.
Phew, nice job, Spooks. That's my hard-working little buddy.
No problem, buddy.
Maybe that Titan was born, or with both of those Pokemon together, like some kind of combo meal.
Yep, freshly served for a Happy Meal. But let's get on inside that cave and finally get Mabo-Stiff back to full strength again.
The little one came out of here, which means there should be some Herba Mystica inside. Let's go, Spooks.
Yeah, let's definitely go. Go find out what's... We're definitely gonna find out about this final Herba Mystica. Hopefully, Mabo-Stiff will be healed from it. Because we still don't understand, really. I'm still feeling that, based on what we heard, if you eat the Herba Mystica, you turn into a Titan yourself. But we never saw that happen to either Miraidon or Mabosstiff, so I have a feeling that we might need to worry about that still. Unless that isn't a problem. I'm not really sure how that really works. Because it said that if you eat Herba Mystica enough, based on what we previously heard from Arven, it turns you into a Titan. But technically we are not eating it that much. So, I don't know. Definitely information for thought. For sure. Or food for thought, as I should say. But definitely not sure how I feel about constantly eating this stuff. Although I do think it's good for Mabosstiff. Miraidon, I'm not too sure if Miraidon really needs to eat it, but it is gaining us new abilities, though, every time we do eat it. So, technically still feel good about that one. But, let's continue, though.
That must be it.
I'm guessing... Yep, red. Okay, then. That's gotta be spicy, then. Because red and spice always mix pretty well. But let's see. Isn't it... well, obviously it's not going to tell us right away.
The last Herba Mystica.
Yep, it is. And you and Arven found the spicy Herba Mystica, so I was right. So bitter and spicy were our last ones. But here we go.
Okay, let's see what the book has to say. So it seems spicy Herba Mystica is supposed to boost your metabolism, gives your circulation a boost, helps flush out those toxins, along with a ton of sweat.
Okay. Interesting.
You know what's next. It's chow time.
I guess so. So chow time indeed. Let's make up our final sandwich of our adventure, or maybe final 2 sandwich. I honestly don't know how this is gonna end.
And here we go. Trusty Arven's chocolate block, full of cheer final herb super sandwich. Squeeze its batch tight and cry beautiful tears of friendship as you eat, okay?
Okay, of course I'll definitely do that. In False Dragon Titan Defeated, Path of Legends, a nice spicy fiery sandwich to complete our sandwich quest, and a Dragon Titan badge to join us on our final trek of our adventure. But definitely, one thing we definitely need to do is give the sandwich to Miradon, since we definitely need some new abilities. And I'm honestly not sure what our final ability would be, if this is even our final one. But here you go, Miradon. I heard you want another sandwich? So do you want to give your sandwich to Miradon? Yes, I will. So here you go, buddy. I'll share indeed. Hope you like it. Because it's all yours. Good old Miradon. Good boy. Good boy indeed. Miradon will be able to climb up vertical surfaces now. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. So now we have rock climb. But this sounds like a rock climb where we can use it anywhere. Very interesting. Okay, cool.
Huh. Guess it's Mabosstiff's turn then.
Guess so. So hopefully Mabosstiff will also hopefully make a full recovery now. Because he hasn't been doing too hot. So hopefully, we've seen him getting better and better over the course. So hopefully this final little sandwich will, finally get him to be back to full health again. Because, let's be honest here, Arven's been through quite a lot to get, this far in general. And honestly, we don't know how long Mabosstiff has been like this. So, honestly, it would be nice to see Arven have his little buddy back. Or giant buddies, I should say, because Mabosstiff is huge. But hopefully he'll be better after this sandwich. You never know.
Come on, bud. Eat up.
Yeah, come on, Mabosstiff. Hope this helps. I really do. Just because we really need to, I want to see Arven and Mabosstiff back to, their 100%.
It's gonna make you all better. I promise. Spooks and I were we really did our best to get this for you.
We definitely did.
We're gonna play with your favorite ball as much as you want. Just like we used to.
Definitely sounds like a plan for you two.
Please get better.
Come on, Mabosstiff, you gotta get better, buddy.
That's all I want, really.
Yeah, same here. just because, honestly, the whole thing with Mabostiff and Arven has been pretty sad. He's been trying his hardest just to make sure his old bud is, healthy and happy again. And he's been in pretty rough shape ever since whatever ever happened to him. So, honestly, I really do hope.
Mabostiff.
Oh, we got a cutscene.
You did your best, bud.
Yeah, he definitely did. Seems like the sandwich isn't really doing much. That's odd. Wonder why. Every other sandwich seemed to have done something. Oh, there we go. Looks like Mabostiff's waking up. Just needed a little bit more time. Oh, and it's actually walking around. Now that's a really good sight to see. Yep, Mabostiff definitely looks like he's doing better.
Bud.
Aw, poor Arven. Been through quite a lot, and he's finally seeing his buddy back to normal health again. That's a pretty good sight to see, that's for sure.
I know, bud. Me too.
Oh, this is actually pretty sweet. Actually, really, I think the story in this game is actually pretty good. Compared to, like, a lot of the games, you don't actually get as much, like, of this kind of storylines, where it's just feel-good stuff. So it's actually pretty cool to see this, because usually it's, you go through the game, you fight off with the major boss, and obviously Team Rocket, or your Team Yell, or your Team Skull, or your Team Flare, or your Team... There's just so many, Magma, and Aqua. You have so many, and usually, you're more focused on the villains, and dealing with the villains. This game, it feels like you're just trying to enjoy your time inside your, your open world that you have here, and do whatever you can to find whatever your treasure may be. It could be doing this, could be doing your Victory Road, could be doing taking down Team Star, even though I feel like we're the bad guys in that situation. Or it could be the whole adventure itself, or even the friends we made along the way, or hanging out with Miraidon here and all of our Pokemon. It's honestly really fun. I really, really, really like the story of this game, and I love all the stories of Pokemon, but this one feels different somehow, where it feels like there's more to it than what I've had previously in some of these games. I'll always say that I always like Sapphire the most, or I should say Emerald specifically, but Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby technically are like Emerald, but with added story. So I'll definitely say this. I really, really enjoyed the story of this game, and it's been a lot of fun. But we're getting another call, and I'm guessing it's gotta be Toro, which is kind of weird. Usually he calls us after we're done, but here we go.
Oh, Spooks, this is Toro.
Hey, Toro.
What?
It's kind of weird that he's calling us now, with Arven here, because normally we're, by ourselves. Huh.
Seems that Miradon has regained all of its powers, except for the power to battle. It should be now be able to climb any vertical surfaces it grabs onto, while we're riding up upon it.
True. How to climb surfaces. If you press B button to jump while facing a wall, Miradon will grab onto it, allowing you to climb up vertical surfaces. You can move in any direction that you like while climbing by using left stick, but to let go of the wall, just press the B button once more. Okay, interesting. It seems like it's infinite, which is nice to see because, let's be honest here, the flying isn't infinite, so good to see that we can climb as long as we want, which is very good to hear. But interesting. Okay then.
I knew you were the right one to trust it to, Spooks.
Arven was the one that entrusted it to us.
Listen to you, like you had anything to do with it.
True. It was Arven that gave us the Pokemon, not you, Toro. I'm sorry, even if you're the professor. Arven was the one that really entrusted it to us, to be completely frank.
That voice. Arven, are you there?
Yep, he definitely is. And this 100% confirms it too, because I really felt like Arven was connected to the professor, because it specifically said that earlier. But then I got confused with Jacques, because Jacques also has hair similar to Arven, but I felt like Arven would definitely be Toro, and I believe Sada's kid, depending on the version you're playing, or even both of them. Because I still don't even know if Sada technically is in this game, and I'm not sure if Toro's technically in Scarlet. So, yeah, I'm still drawing blanks on all that. But interesting, though, just because of that. Because this is our first interaction with both of them together, which is very interesting, based on the fact that this 100% now confirms our suspicions about that. That's weird, though. But why? But let's continue, though.
I've been searching so long for a way to reach you. Cause no one else can get into my lab but you.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Only Arven can go in the lab? That's weird.
Please take Spooks back to my house with you. To the lab on Poco Path.
Oh, where we first met Arven, that weird lighthouse door that we were told that Miradon couldn't go back in there. Okay. Weird. Huh. Okay then.
I'll reach out once more, and you arrive there.
Okay, why don't you come here and make sure we go there with you? Okay then. Weird. Toro is definitely strange, just because we've never met him personally throughout our entire adventure. We've only seen him through the phone screen, and that's it. Which is very weird, compared to any other professor in any other adventure we've ever played. / in general with Pokemon. So, I'm not sure about Toro just because of that. Just because we've never met him, really. We hear from him, he seems pretty cool, but we've never actually met the man, which is weird. Huh. Okay then. Well, what do you want to do, Arven? Because, honestly, you're the only one that can get us into that lab, if you even want to. We don't need to do it, but it's all up to you, buddy. Since, honestly, I don't really know what we're doing there, and why we would want to go there.
I guess, you probably already know. But that's my dad.
Yep, I kinda suspected that for a while.
Always buried under his work, pursuing his own research, never at home with me. That's the first time I've even heard his voice in years, you know.
That's sad. Wow. That's messed up. That is messed up.
Now what? First thing I get to do is be treated like some kind of errand boy.
Yeah, that's messed up. Sorry, Arven. That sucks. Poor kid's been worried sick about his best bud in the world, the only thing he has left, and then his dad finally is able to talk to him, and completely brushes him off. Huh. Oh, that sucks.
Seriously is unbelievable.
Yeah, sounds like it, buddy.
But I'm guessing you and Miradon probably want to go, eh? Not gonna lie, feel like my blood's boiling, but sure, fine. I'll get you into the lab. What else can I do?
Do we really want to go in there? We don't have to if you don't want to, bud.
The lab is off Poco Path, and the lighthouse where you and me first met.
Okay. Well, noted.
Come on, let's get moving, before I change my mind.
Okay. Not sure what we're really doing there, but it seems 100% tied to Miradon's, upgrades over the course, which is weird.
Dad, where you been all this time?
Well, based on what we heard, he's in the crater. From everything we understand. Because there's no other option to that at all. Just based on everything we've learned, he's a researcher on the crater of Paldea. he knows what that giant monster was, the Iron Treads, which was that metallic Dawn fan that we had to fight off against with our second to last version of the Path of Legends quest. And yeah, definitely so many questions with this crater here. I am quite curious. If I were to make my way to the Uva Academy here, because I think I can make my way onto... Oh no, wait, technically we can't. Not from Uva, but if we were to leave Uva Academy here and take a secondary path. So let's test this out real quick. I want to see if we can make our way into the crater on our own. I don't know if it's going to be possible at the current moment, or if the game won't let us in there, but I'm curious if we can even walk in there before anything. Well, we can't go up the path over there, but we can definitely jump over this wall here and have a nice free teleport on the outside of the gate there, which is actually pretty nice. So if you didn't want to walk all the way to the gate, you can technically jump over the little wall there. I found that out earlier, but I've never actually got to show it to you guys, just because we've never really had a reason to, go back to Messagoza so I could show you that to you. But let's definitely go and see if we can climb up the wall, because, that's basically all that's stopping us from trying to do that. So it's worth a shot, honestly, nonetheless. So let's try it out and see what happens. See if we can. Oh yeah, we definitely can climb the wall here. Oh, but it looks like it's trying to stop us. Oh no, here we go. We're still climbing. Okay, interesting. So we're definitely able to climb the wall here if we want to. So hopefully Engraved Crater of Paldea has definitely popped up on our map. And there's a flying Garchomp. Okay then, that's terrifying. Definitely not foreboding there. Let's be honest there. But, okay then. Oh, hello there. What is that over there? There is a building over there. Okay then. What happens if I jump into here? Just curious. Well, it's letting me jump. So, not sure how I feel about that. Okay, it teleported me back. Okay, so we can't go in there. But we did learn something. There's a building there, so that must be where Toro is then. Because that's the only thing I can think of what that could possibly be. Unless that's something tied to a legendary or something else of the matter. But weird. Very, very strange and very, very weird, but I like everything we've seen. For sure. Just because I wanted to see what we'd find if we can go up there, and we could, which is insane. But, yeah, with that being said, in the next episode we will be starting on the final parts of our main quest here for our treasure hunt, with only 2 more missions left for Starfall Street before we're completely what I would believe would be the end game. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day. In the next episode, we will be taking on Ortega of the Fairy-type Team Star group of Paldea, also known as the Ruckba Squad. And honestly, with that being said, there will be only 1 more Team Star member left after that, being obviously the fighting type one Airy. So, honestly, with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and peace out.
Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.